And we have the start of the under-19 men's Coxed fours. Race 339. Lane 1, Toowong. Lane 2, Canberra Grammar. Xavier in lane 3. Lane 4, Geelong Grammar. Newington in lane 5. Lane 6, Geelong College. Lane 7, Mossman. And Sydney Boys High in lane 8.
And they've just come through the first 500 metres now in the final of the under-19 men's Coxed 4. And it was the two Geelong schools who lead this race. Geelong Grammar, lane 4. Geelong College, lane 6. First and second at this stage, 2.25 seconds between them as they went through the first 500 metres. It was Geelong Grammar, lane 4 in 1:36.74, our race leaders. It's the crew of Daniel White, Oliver Arter, Oscar McLaughlin, James Heath, and Jemima Jamison, the cox of that crew, coached by Aaron Tremall. And second place, their old rivals from Geelong College in lane 6, Ian Bell, Jack Thornton, Oscar Malone, Lachlan Sutherland, and Edwina Dory, the cox of that crew, coached by Andrew Cleary. So Geelong Grammar from Geelong College. And then it would be Canberra Grammar over in lane 2 in third position. That's the crew of Thomas Hart, Darcy Anderson, William Hurst, Tom Smethurst, coxed by Riley Tanton, coached by Paul Blanchfield and Edward Trelaw. And only 2 or 3 seconds separating those top three crews, and even less than back to Newington in fourth place, narrowly from Mossman fifth, Xavier College from Melbourne in sixth place, Toowong in seventh, and Sydney Boys High were in eighth place after the first 500 metres. But they're about to go through the 1,000-metre mark now, and it is still Geelong Grammar, our race leaders from Geelong College, and barely any change in that margin at all. In fact, it was 2.25 seconds after 500 metres, now 2.23 at the 1,000-metre mark. So Geelong Grammar in 3:19.73. Geelong College still effectively 2.25 seconds back behind them. And Newington it is, who've moved up now into third place, 0.68 of a second away from Geelong College, and about 2 seconds to the good of Toowong in fourth place. Canberra Grammar, who were running third after 500, now back narrowly into fifth place, only half a second away from fourth. Xavier still sixth. Mossman back in seventh place, and Sydney Boys High in eighth position. So around about 750 metres to race now, and still it is Geelong Grammar in lane 4. The race leaders here from Geelong College in lane 6, and in between them in 5, it is the Newington School from Sydney holding down that third position now. So it's lanes 4, 5 and 6. Back to the action being in the centre of the course in this race. And Toowong over in lane 1. The other crew possibly still a chance to make a late charge for a medal, along with Canberra Grammar alongside them in lane 2 as well. Certainly Geelong Grammar look to have maintained their margin now as they head up towards the 1,500 metre mark. Geelong Grammar, the crew in lane 4, and possibly Newington lane 5, about to overtake Geelong College in the race for the silver medal as well, as they go through 1,500 now, and there's about 2/3 of a length from first to third. In fact, as they pass through that timing point, it was Geelong Grammar still first. The margin's been cut back to just over 1 second now. Geelong Grammar in 5:04.59, and Geelong College just 1.13 back in second place, and Newington 0.27 of a second further behind them in third. So becoming very interesting between our three potential medalists, with about 400 metres now to race. Lanes 4, 5 and 6 in the final of the under-19 men's Coxed 4. Over then to the far side of the course, Toowong still there in fourth place. Hess, Pincus, Harp and Game and Halley, the Toowong crew, ahead of lane 3, Xavier. Lane 2, Canberra Grammar, still there as well. But our medalists look to be well clear. The three crews in lanes 4, 5 and 6, and very hard to separate them as they come inside the closing strokes. Just over 200 metres to race. Geelong Grammar lane 4 have led this race from the first timing check, but Newington have moved through very strongly in the middle stages and have certainly gone past Geelong College on this side as well, but still virtually a line of 3 as they approach the finish of the under-19 men's Coxed 4. Newington lane 5, probably just the fastest moving of these 3 crews ahead of the 2 Geelong combinations, but Geelong Grammar are fighting back. They've led this race virtually from the start. Those 2 just slightly to the good of Geelong College on the grandstand side, but still Newington, Potter, Nichols, Sear, Crouch and Nicholas in the centre of the course with a canvas or so from both Geelong Grammar and Geelong College. Geelong Grammar are coming again in the final strikes, but Newington still just in front, and Newington lane 5 will take out the under-19 Coxed 4. Geelong Grammar second, Geelong College third. Half a length between those top 3 crews as they cross the line. Toowong fourth over on the far side of the course. Then fifth will go to lane 3, Xavier, just ahead of lane 7, Mossman, followed home by Canberra Grammar and also Sydney Boys High on this side of the course.
The unofficial result of race 339, the under-19 men's Coxed 4. First, Newington. Second, Geelong Grammar. Third, Geelong College. Fourth, Toowong. Fifth, Xavier. Mossman in 6th. 7th, Canberra Grammar. And 8th, Sydney Boys High.
The presentation of medals for the Under-19 Men's Coxed 4 Championship of Australia. The medals will be presented by Nick Gall, CEO of Rowing Victoria. Third place and bronze medalists, the Geelong College. Ian Bell. Jack Thornton. Oscar Maloney. Lachlan Sutherland. Their cocks, Edwina Dury. The crew was coached by Andrew Cleary. Second place and silver medalists, Geelong Grammar School. Daniel White. Oliver Arter. Oscar McLaughlin. James Heath. Their cocks, Jemima Jameson. The crew was coached by Arun Trimul. Gold medalists and Australian champions for 2017, Newington College. Alexander Potter. Alex Nichol. Richmond Sear. Harry Crouch. Their cocks, Charlie Nicholas. The crew was coached by Richard Wern and Richard Roach. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate our 2017 Australian champions and medalists in the Under-19 men's Coxed 4.